Have you ever noticed small changes in your body and wondered if they're just normal aging or something more serious? As men grow older, specific physical signs begin to appear. Some are obvious, others more subtle. And one of them? You might actually smell it before you see it. These changes aren't random. They reflect how your body evolves over time. In this video, we're breaking down 4 clear indicators of aging in older men, 1 tied to smell, 2 that tend to enlarge, and 1 that tends to shrink. Some of these signs show up slowly over the years, while others might suddenly surprise you in the mirror. How many of these changes have you noticed in yourself? Make sure to stay with us until the end. You might recognize a change you've been experiencing without even realizing its cause. By the time we're done, you'll better understand what's happening in your body and what steps you can take to manage it. Let's dive in. Number 1. The unmistakable scent of aging. There's a particular odor associated with aging, and if you've ever spent time in a retirement community, you may have noticed it. This scent isn't linked to poor hygiene or fragrance choices. It goes deeper, all the way to the cellular level. As men age, the skin goes through biochemical shifts that produce a compound called nonanol. This substance is responsible for a distinct scent, often described as slightly grassy, waxy, or stale. It forms when fatty acids in the skin break down due to oxidative stress. What makes nonanol different is its stubbornness. It clings to fabrics and skin and doesn't wash away easily with regular soap. Unlike typical body odors caused by sweat and bacteria, nonanol is more difficult to eliminate. Younger skin sheds oils more efficiently, but as skin ages, it holds on to oxidized oils longer, making the scent more pronounced. Consider Harold, a 73-year-old retired professor. He began to notice that even freshly washed clothes held a faint scent. His grandson once said, "Grandpa, you smell like old books," which is actually a common description for this natural smell. At first, Harold thought it was his detergent or cologne, but after switching products, the scent persisted. Eventually, he learned it was coming from his skin. Research shows that nonanol production begins around age 40 and becomes more noticeable by the 70s. The upside? You can reduce the buildup of nonanol. Specialized soaps designed to remove oxidized oils are more effective than standard body washes. Antioxidant-rich foods like leafy greens, citrus fruits, and green tea can also help minimize oxidative stress, since nonanol sticks to clothing. Washing clothes with baking soda or using sprays designed for mature skin can help eliminate the scent. So if you've noticed your natural scent changing, it's not just in your head, and it's not about cleanliness. It's a common part of aging for men everywhere. Number 2. That persistent belly fat. A growing midsection is one of the most common aging signs for men. And it's not just from a little indulgence or missing a few workouts. As men age, metabolism slows down, muscle mass declines, and hormones shift, all of which encourage fat accumulation around the stomach. Even if your diet hasn't changed, your waistline might be expanding. That's due in part to decreasing testosterone, which helps maintain muscle. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, losing it means your body stores fat more easily, especially in the belly. For many men, the difference is not just visual, it's physical. Maybe your shirts fit tighter, or bending over becomes harder. Maybe you just feel heavier, even if the scale hasn't moved much. Take Walter, a 77-year-old former high school coach. He had always been slim, but over the past few years, he noticed his belly rounding out while his arms and legs appeared thinner. It turned out that his body was shifting fat toward his abdomen while reducing muscle elsewhere. This isn't just a cosmetic issue. Belly fat is linked to higher risks of heart problems, diabetes, and even memory decline. That's because abdominal fat is more active metabolically, and releases inflammatory substances that impact overall health. That's why older men with larger waistlines often feel more fatigued, have joint discomfort, and even struggle with sleep. What can help? Strength training helps maintain muscle and keeps metabolism more active. Getting enough protein can help preserve muscle and keep you feeling satisfied after meals. Avoiding processed carbs and sugars can help stabilize blood sugar and reduce fat gain. While some belly fat is natural with age, ignoring it can lead to bigger health issues. So, if your belly's getting bigger, even though your habits haven't changed, that's your body adjusting to age-related shifts. Still watching? Type number 2 in the comments to let us know you're here. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our helpful content. Let's move on. Number 3, growing ears. Yes, really, it may sound odd, but your ears actually get bigger as you age. It's not just your imagination. This is due to cartilage, the soft tissue that makes up most of your outer ear. Unlike bones or muscles, cartilage keeps growing throughout your life. Meanwhile, gravity gently pulls the ears downward, stretching them and making them look even larger. Ever looked back at old photos and thought, my ears didn't used to be that size? You're not wrong. Research shows ears can grow by nearly an inch every decade, which means by your 70s or 80s, they could be significantly larger than they were in your youth. The difference may not be dramatic year to year, but over the decades, it definitely adds up. Just ask James, a 78-year-old retired librarian. In his younger days, his ears were balanced and proportional. But one afternoon, flipping through an old wedding album, he was surprised to see how much they'd changed. His ears looked noticeably longer and more drooped. Even more striking was the change in his earlobes. What were once round and firm had thinned and stretched over time, making his ears appear even larger than he remembered. This is something nearly all older men experience, yet it's rarely discussed. Cartilage keeps growing with age, and as the skin loses elasticity, the ears slowly lengthen and droop. Although it's not a health issue, it can change how a person feels about their appearance. And for some men, it's enough to cause a dip in confidence. So, what can be done about it? While cartilage growth itself can't be stopped, slowing the visible effects is possible. Staying well hydrated, eating foods that support collagen production, and limiting sun exposure can all help maintain skin elasticity and reduce the appearance of sagging. If earlobes appear thin or wrinkled, applying daily moisturizer or skincare products packed with vitamins may also help them retain firmness and improve their texture. At the end of the day, growing ears are just another natural part of aging, like gray hair or laugh lines. It's not something to be embarrassed about. In fact, it's one of the more harmless changes our bodies go through as we grow older. Number 4, the vanishing calves. One of the more surprising physical changes men experience as they age shows up in the legs, specifically the calves. One day, you might glance down and realize the shape and strength you once had just isn't there anymore. It's not simply a matter of shedding weight. This is often due to a condition called muscle atrophy, which is a gradual loss of muscle tissue as we age. Several things contribute to this. As we get older, the body's production of testosterone and growth hormone drops, making it harder to rebuild muscle. Physical activity also tends to decline over the years. Even if you still walk regularly, you're likely not engaging your calf muscles with the same intensity you once did, especially if you're no longer climbing, running, or lifting heavy objects. And finally, changes in circulation can reduce blood flow to the legs, making it harder for muscles to stay nourished and strong. Consider Walter, a 75-year-old former contractor. His job kept him moving for decades, and his calves were always well defined. But as the years passed, he noticed his lower legs looking thinner and less firm. Simple movements, like getting up from a chair or walking upstairs, began to feel more difficult. He initially chalked it up to getting older, but the real culprit was decreased muscle use and hormonal decline. Shrinking calf muscles don't just affect your looks, they also have real functional impact. Weak calves can affect balance, make walking slower, and increase the risk of falling. Studies consistently show that seniors with lower calf strength often struggle more with basic mobility and daily tasks. That's why maintaining strength in the lower body is key to staying active and independent. The upside? It's never too late to fight back. Targeted exercises like standing calf raises, light resistance training, and walking uphill can stimulate muscle growth and improve circulation. Eating enough protein, whether from lean meat, dairy, eggs, or plant-based sources, is equally important. Protein supports muscle repair and growth, helping you maintain strength. So if your calves look smaller or feel weaker than they used to, take action. This is one sign of aging that responds well to consistent effort, and improving it can make a huge difference in your overall mobility and confidence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. Tap the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Let's wrap things up. Now that we've explored 4 subtle yet telling signs of aging in men, take a moment to reflect. How many of these have you noticed in yourself or the people around you? The truth is, aging isn't a one-size-fits-all experience. While some changes are unavoidable, recognizing them allows you to take control of your health and well-being. Staying active, monitoring your body, and making small lifestyle adjustments can help you age with strength, clarity, and confidence. Getting older doesn't mean giving up. It means growing wiser. Every line, every shift in your body, and even the new scent you might notice tells a story of endurance and a life fully lived. Rather than worrying about what's changing, focus on what you can improve. Small daily actions, whether through movement, nutrition, or self-care, can make a big impact in the long run. So tell me, what resonated with you the most? Have you personally noticed any of these changes, or maybe something else we didn't mention? Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you might apply it to your own life. We truly value your thoughts and enjoy reading every response. Thank you so much for being with us today. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Your support is what keeps us going and helps us continue producing thoughtful, practical content for you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.